throughout the past week here in this broadcast, we've been focusing on bullying in schools, what you can do to prevent this, and we're still going to do that throughout this month, and we'll get to that. We'll get to those bullying stories we'll get to that bullying story in Dr. Phil in just a minute. But this year is going to mark the 30th anniversary of that famous standoff in Idaho. Now, you may not remember, but if you remember that incident in Idaho, it was back in 1990. It was back in the 1990s. It was 30 years ago when, I don't remember his name. It was Randy Reaver, Terry Reaver, and his children in Idaho, in Ruby Ridge, Idaho. And he was charged for all of these. And I have a clip. I have an old videotape right there. I would play it for you, but it's a waste of time. But he was being bullied by the FBI, saying, "You don't come out, we'll do this and that to you." Then, 3 years later, after the Oklahoma City bombing, you may remember James Nichols. If you don't remember, there were 3 suspects in the Oklahoma City bombing. There was Timothy McVeigh, we now know he's being sentenced to death. There's Terry Nichols, and Terry's brother James. James came forward to Chris Hansen back in 1995 to share his side of the story. Because remember, no one didn't know about him because he lived in Decker, Michigan. And Randy Weaver brought up the case in Idaho. So we're talking about a lot of things. And he brought up the case. And he was like, well, government wouldn't shoot. I don't know why I'm saying with a straight face. The government wouldn't shoot an innocent, unarmed woman, Randy Weaver's wife. They wouldn't burn innocent people in Waco. What the government, like I said last season, did we blame the government for killing an innocent, unarmed woman in Idaho? Did we blame the government for burning innocent people in Waco, Texas? Did we blame the government for blowing up a Federal Trade Commission? It's all because of new laws being passed. Where it's like, we want laws passed. It's a great situation. So, you're saying did Bill Clinton call January and say, "Hey, blow this bill up, get this law passed," and all of a sudden, okay. So, yeah. That's what we know so far, but going back to the Weaver case, the FBI got involved when he refused to come out of his cabin. So what happened was, the FBI was called in with a shoot to kill. So the FBI shot his wife. Then he missed his court dates and this and that. FBI got involved and this and that. So, yeah. That's something you'll never forget. It was 30 years later, and now, sometime next week, sometime on Monday or Wednesday, we'll talk about that anniversary. I'll play you a clip from Dateline and Primetime Live talking about this. Because let's face it, this has got to end, period. There's no excuse for somebody to say, well, if they're not going to come out, shoot to kill. Kill his wife, blah, 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 children and all. But things happen. Things change. So, yeah. I've not heard about the case till I saw that clip. Till I heard what Tim told James and what James told Chris, and from what Randy Weaver told Tom Brokaw, and what that FBI director told Chris Hansen. I'll play you that video on Monday. That's how I remember it. Or we could do it on Friday. But it all depends, because let me tell you guys something. This month is National Bullying Prevention Month. October was the first to declare National Bullying Month in 2006. Since then, October has been a time to acknowledge that bullying has devastating effects on children and families, such as school avoidance, loss of self-esteem, and increased anxiety and depression. That's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing throughout the rest of this month. And that's one of my personal goals about the show, is to stop bullying and speak up. And Friday, we told you, in yesterday's program, we told you a story from a viewer. If you have stories you'd like to share, you can share them on the Facebook group, and we'll share your stories. Which brings us to our next segment. Coming up next, I'm going to share with you Krista Wallace's story when she was picked on for wearing a bell dress back in April. And when I heard about this, I was stunned and responded quickly. We'll be right back. There's now more bullying, and if you remember, back on April 3rd, I talked to you about KHBLI Channel 3 meteorologist Kristen Walla. Now, for those who may not remember this, I told you when she was bullied about her bell dress. This is what a fan responded, saying, "Dear Lord, tell that fool of a weathercaster, if that's what she can actually be called, she's not at a cocktail party with that dress. God, someone take a shot and teach her how to properly dress for television." Then, Kristen responded saying, "First, I have a degree in meteorology, which makes me a meteorologist. And number two, I've gotten plenty of compliments on this dress. As long as my boss had no issue with it, and neither should you. Third, don't expect and not immediately next time." If I pronounce that word. Then at that time, 25 weeks ago, I responded saying, "You dress for TV how you want to dress for TV." That's an example of what I call news bullying, or meteorological bullying. Something I like to call it, but I'm still trying to work out a situation. What do you guys think? News bullying, or meteorological bullying? Let me tell you something. In my years of going to school and in my years of social media, I have never, ever picked on someone. And if I did, when I got older, I would look back at my younger self. I would flash back to my younger self and say, "Hey, don't you dare pick on someone. Don't you dare. Because you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. So don't you dare do that." Then after that, 3 people loved it, and 2 people liked it. She loved it. Vicky Garza loved it, and Benjamin. Now, after what I said, the aftermath of this, Stephanie and Taylor protested by dressing. So, Taylor Alanice and Stephanie Lauber protested by wearing bell dresses. So, Kirsten, if you're watching this, dress however you want to dress. If it's an issue with your boss, then okay. I'm not making fun. I'm not making fun of it. All I'm saying is, you dress however you want to dress. I've been in situations. I've seen it on the news, on television, especially in TV shows. and movies to where kids have been picked on. I've seen it. I've pictured myself in that situation, standing up for what's right, watching skits. Like, let me prove it to you. Earlier before the broadcast, I was watching a skit from Aiden Minkus. A new girl is bullied at school and having sexual shock. I'm not playing that clip because copyright infringement, copyright claims, blah, blah, blah. But people have been bullied in the past, and people have been bullied in the past, and there are skits. There are skits. There are skits and news articles that talk about this. Like a new girl gets bullied for being rich, and this happens from Vid Chronicles. Then the brother bullies new girl and lives to regret it. Then Mean Girl shames teen. Then Darman. This is all this from Darman. And sometimes, if you watch the movie Fist Fight, that is what actually happened. I watched the movie several times, and this scene got me funny. I mean, I'm not gonna play it for you because again, copyright claims. I'm gonna describe it to you right now. You see, this girl named Trisha was bullied. Was bullying by what's her name? I don't remember much of the movie. And so she decides, I want to change it to Big Sean. So she gets up on stage and says, I don't blank with you. He goes, oh, you little blank, stupid blank. I ain't blanking with you. You little dumb blank. I ain't blanking with you. And then all of a sudden, like, you were aware of these, you were aware of probably all of this, but, there is now anti-web series about all of this. And there's even a What Would You Do article about this. Even people with disabilities have been picked on. All these skits, which is why I'm going to create a playlist for this show about this bullying, along with our episodes of the past when people have been bullied. But there's one episode that does not have probably doesn't have the music clip in it, but if it does, I'm probably gonna have to look at it. But we're gonna play that for you when we return, and we're gonna also play you a scenario from What Would You Do, talking about this issue. This was from What Would You Do from last year. It says, how strangers help a teen being bullied. Stay with us. There's nothing here in Oxford, so updating now in Uvalde, from the Texas Tribune, 35 members of the Uvalde shooting victims throw their support behind Beto O'Rourke ahead of the debate. A news conference had the only gubernatorial debate. 35 members of the Uvalde school shooting victims said they would support O'Rourke because of Governor Greg Abbott's inaction on gun control measures. In a statement, Abbott's spokeswoman Renee Azzi said the governor is still working to assist the victims' families. So that's what the spokeswoman said. And they're also standing by with the victims, so that's probably, if they want to do that, then that's their choice. Alright, so updating you guys now on school threats. An Iowa teen was charged with terrorism after school threats on Thursday. Here in Texas, a student was arrested after making threats trying to get on the campus of Douglas High. And a football game was called off due to these threats. Which Greater Houston district reviewed the most threats last year? In Greater Houston, over 8,600 threat reports were reviewed last year. Only about 24% were considered variable, and 4% of the threats were reported to law enforcement. Okay, that's probably good. A student was arrested after making threats trying to get on the campus of Douglas High School. Wow, that was a school in London. I'm glad they did this. And the Philadelphia Inquirer reports high school football games in Montgomery County and Philadelphia are called off due to potential threats. Lots of threats. So I'm glad they did this, and I'm glad that they responded. So that's good. When we come back, how strangers helped a teen being bullied, and I guess we'll show you some movie clips. Stay with us. Imagine this case scenario. You're sitting in the park all alone, like playing guitar or texting on your phone, social media, blah, 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 blah. Then three people approach you, whether it's girls or not. They start making fun if you like, hey, shorty, or hey, idiot, or whatever. And then nobody was there. If you saw what was happening, what would you do? Take a look at this.
You guys, is that Cassidy?
Yep, that's her.
Hey, Cassidy, what you doing?
On your phone all by yourself?
Because she's a freak, and nobody wants to be seen with her.
In real life, the victims of bullying often hurt much more than we realized. As this viral video reminds us.
I ask you, what are you going to do to protect me and my classmates against bullying?
Today, much of the bullying teens experience is happening on social media. So much so that Instagram has added a restrict feature.
I think we need to go live with this.
Yeah, let the whole school see what a weirdo she is.
If you witnessed this,
Oh, are you gonna go home and cry to mommy, you baby?
what would you do? We've set up our hidden cameras at Van Son Park.
I bet your mother doesn't even love you.
Oh man, it's kind of hard watching it.
And joining us to take in the action is WWE superstar Nia Jax.
Wow.
She may play a bully in the ring sometimes,
That's right.
but when she's not performing, Nia spends her time fighting back against bullying.
I want to hear you guys all say, I am beautiful.
Cassidy's having a breakdown again.
It's crazy because that is stuff that, like, growing up has happened.
To you? Really?
Yeah.
What did they tell you?
I would always be made fun of just for being my size. Jolly Green Giant or Bigfoot, you know. It kills your confidence.
But Nia rose above her bullies and got some encouragement from her famous cousin, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
He says, you're beautiful, you're athletic. He said, you have so much to offer. Growing up thinking that, gosh, I don't fit in, well, is what makes me a better superstar.
You're such a loser.
We noticed this man coming down the path toward our scene.
Leave me alone.
As he approaches, he puts his phone to his ear and walks by.
Outside of that's a lie.
But minutes later, he's back.
Tissue, Laura.
What are you guys picking on her for? Would you like to be picked on like that?
Finally.
She's a loser.
Why is she a loser? Maybe she has a problem. You're a friend and help her. Don't put her down.
And now he turns to our victim.
Miss, if you don't stand up for yourself, people are going to pick on you. You're not standing up for yourself. It's your fault. It's true.
You have to step in. Tell us why.
No one likes to be picked on like that. I saw this girl being picked on. It just hit me.
It took you twice. You went.
Yeah.
You came by before.
I thought about it. I walked by. I'm like, should I interfere or not? I came back. I heard it again. It's not normal to be picked on like that.
You addressed the victim too. You
Yes.
said it's her fault.
Yes, it is. Because if you don't stand up for yourself, people are going to pick on you.
Leave me alone.
No.
Throughout the day, we do see people who pass by our action without saying a word. This man tells us he heard what was happening,
Literally,
What's
have
your
no
issue?
friends.
but thought they were joking. While this runner says he just didn't want to get involved. When you see that girl, that victim, what do you see?
I see a beautiful young girl. So much to give. I just want to give her a big hug, actually.
In real life, Cassidy tells us she has been the victim of bullying.
I was picked on for like my body type, for being a redhead.
So now playing this role where you're hearing these ugly words, how does it make you feel?
What makes me feel the worst is when I see people coming by and they don't do anything. Wish I could tell them, like, a girl's in pain here. She needs someone else to step in and help her. And so you can be that person.
What's up, Cassidy?
We're at it again.
We're live right now. Say hi to the camera.
Will this couple also walk by, or will they step into the action?
Say hi, Cassidy.
I hope somebody bullies you like that.
Leave her alone.
She's afraid.
What's it got to do with you? Stop bullying.
Oh,
You need
wow.
somebody to push
She's
you
bothering us.
She's sitting there. You can walk away. What is the matter with you three?
She's a waste of space.
She continues and has no problem getting up close to the bullies and giving them a piece of her mind.
So are you when you talk like that. And one day somebody will do the same to you. And I hope you enjoy it.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Why don't you mind your business?
So I don't like to see anybody bullied.
Oh, are you crying again?
And when the bullies won't back down, the couple threatens to take things further.
Hey, I will call the police on you.
All right, let's break it.
You need to call the police on her.
Yeah, maybe we should call the police on
She's
you.
the worthless one.
Okay, you can explain that to the authorities.
Whatever.
Okay.
We don't care.
Before they make any calls, sir, how you doing? Let's say hello. It really upset you, huh?
Yes, it does. But you know, kids do this sort of thing
All the time.
and you know, it leads to it leads to suicide, and you know, it's just horrible.
What does that do to a young girl?
Self-worth goes down the tubes.
Naya says it's a feeling she knows all too well.
Being a bigger girl, I never thought that I would be able to be in public eye. All the girls that I grew up said, your forehead's too big, you're fat, you're never gonna, be in anything. And now, like, look at me now. I'm not, not like throwing it in their faces, but like I had to find the confidence within myself to just embrace who I am, because like being different is beautiful.
Inspiring words from someone who should know.
And yours truly
Hi, guys.
from the Bluff should also know. Okay. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of series. I'm not going to play you guys, but what I'm going to do when we come back, I'm going to play you a 2-minute clip from the movie Homefront. Now, this has some. This is school fights and bullying. It has anything similar to do this, so stay with us. And we're also going to talk about the laws, like the laws that bullying and stretch ones like New Jersey. So stay with us. As we've seen from What Would You Do segment, people have been bullied. As we've seen from headlines, people have been bullied. As we've seen in school, people have been bullied. Well, we haven't seen the movies. I'm gonna play you guys a clip from the movie Homefront. You may never seen the movie, but let me tell you, once you've seen the movie, once you've heard these clips, you're gonna know what I'm talking about, and you know where I stand. Take a look. This is from Kid vs. Kid.
Cool hat. Thanks.
Okay, take that.
Give it back.
You scared?
I said, give it back.
You want it? Come get it.
What you gonna do with it? Cry. Go on. Cry.
Okay.
He asked you twice.
Twice what, loser?
Asked twice.
Now let's examine this scene. What she should have done was say, if you don't give it back to me, I'm gonna go talk to him and I'm gonna go tell on you. Or tell an adult what saw what have happened. Now there were kids at the time bystander. They could have just told them, hey, go tell an adult. Now there's another one. Kid versus kid. Take a look at this. We're also gonna we're gonna tell you what you should have done. Now it's the parent versus parent.
Hey, Broker! Hey, Jimmy! Broker!
Hey, stand by the couple.
What's wrong?
Easy
Stand by
now.
the
Don't
car,
take any
please.
shit, Jimmy.
Jimmy, back in the truck, please.
You owe my son a goddamn apology.
Take it easy. I'll be up as a set, okay?
Jimmy, back in the truck, please.
Some sneaky little bitch cheap shots my son. Somebody owes us a goddamn apology.
That's goddamn right.
Don't call her that, please. Don't call her that. Can you get in the truck, please, honey?
Turn your back on me.
Honey, baby, get in the truck.
Get him,
please.
Jimmy. Get him, Jimmy. Get in there. Take him down. Where's him? Keith? What are you doing? Get this motherfucker out of here. God damn it, what are you doing? Keith, what the fuck are you doing?
Shut up.
You gonna let him get away with that?
It's
Huh?
okay, baby, get in the truck.
Doesn't look okay.
It's okay.
In the truck.
Don't do something, will you? Breathe, Jimmy. Jesus Christ. Yes, mosey on over.
I'm in trouble here.
No, I saw what happened.
Now, in that clip, there was a cop, and the woman was all like, "You gonna do something about it?" Because in some states, they can press assault charges on you. So, this happened in real life, yeah, you could go to jail if that person wants to press assault charges on you. Do you have time for another one? Yeah, we have time for another one. 2 years ago from Matt TV, I think it was probably a example here. So let's play that example from Matt TV. Then I'm going to give you a preview of what's coming up tomorrow. Just give me a break. I mean, Monday's going to be a break, actually.
Are you playing Fortnite? That was a game 2 years ago.
Literally.
That's disgusting.
Oh my god, you smell that?
Is that you?
It smells
That is
Do
disgusting.
you like wear cologne or something?
No, do you even take a shower? Do you even change your clothes? I bet this is your only pair of clothes.
Do you live like in a garbage bin or something?
Honestly, probably.
Probably.
Your clothes? I've never seen them. Does your mom make it? Hi, Dweeb. What?
Good? Is that your bag? Whose bag is that?
His?
Why are you taking the bag?
Because we want it.
Because you want it. Can you just give him his backpack though?
Why?
You okay? Because it's not your bag. You can't just do that. Where are your parents at? Who you out here with?
Just her.
I was out here taking bags. What are you doing? Would you want somebody to take your bag? Like, could you please give me his bag back?
Fine.
You okay?
Okay.
Thank you. You good man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm somewhere. I can't be on here.
Hi, Dweeb. Ew, are you on Fortnite right now? That's so stupid. That's pathetic.
Dude, you smell so bad. Like, do you even wear cologne or something?
Like, your clothes are so ugly. You look so disgusting. Where's your mom?
Are you a mommy's boy?
Ladies, thank you so much. This has been really sweet. I think we should leave him alone. Do you even know him? No, good, that's what I thought. Okay, listen. It's really fun to be online and have this whole thing where we don't get to see what a human being is, but this is an actual human being with actual feelings. Like, I used to get bullied, and it really sucks, so why don't we just move on? I'm not gonna make you apologize, because that's crazy, but, let's be better people.
Oh,
Do you see a tear? Do you see the
I
tear?
see it. I see it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my god.
so funny.
Oh my god.
That's
Are you gonna
pathetic.
cry? Do you want your mommy?
Are you mama's boy? Oh my god, he's a mama's boy. That is so hilarious. Oh, are you gonna say something?
Are you gonna say something?
I can't hear you.
Just go away.
Oh, you said to go away.
You said
oh,
away.
You want to go away? Oh,
Wanna go away?
We're not gonna go
We're
away.
getting closer.
Yeah. Hey, Dweeb.
Hey.
You look so ugly. You are really ugly.
Bad right now?
What do you want? Can you just leave me alone?
Can you just leave me alone? No, we're not gonna leave you alone. Are you like 5 years old? You look 5 years old.
Are you gonna cry for your mommy now? Oh wait, look, I see a tear. Oh, poor kid. Oh my god.
No problem here?
There's no problem.
There is a problem.
Why'd you walk up to a complete stranger and call names like that? What's wrong with you guys?
Well, he was just bothering us.
Yeah.
We just kind of...
He was just standing here minding his own business. I've been here the whole time. There's no hate in this world. Come on, just...
Yes, that's the exact statement right there.
They just walked up to him and they were just harassing for no reason. They didn't even know him.
Maybe one day we could do an experiment if I get permission. Maybe. And by maybe, I mean I have to think about it. If we do an experiment, maybe. So, what states have bullying laws? Let's look at Texas. In Texas, like we talked about yesterday, in Texas, there are bullying laws. Like, I'm not going to go into details, but there's section 37.0832 from the Texas Education Code. There's harassments. There's 37.001 B paragraph 2 assault. That's in Texas Education Code. Now, the strictest bullying laws by state, the state that I know that has the stricter truancy law, not strict, the stricter bullying law that I know is very strict is in New Jersey. How many states have passed anti-bullying laws? Let's find out. All 50 states in the U.S. have passed school anti-bullying legislation, the first being in Georgia. That was in 1999. Montana became the most recent and last state to adopt anti-bullying legislation in April 2015. That was 6 years ago. So, in Florida, the law says criminal sanction, yes. School sanction, yes. School policy, yes. Off campus, yes. Texas, yes. Same thing. Yes, 3 states have the same thing. California. Let's look at New Jersey. One of the strictest laws ever. Nevada, Tennessee, Kentucky. New Hampshire, Connecticut, New Jersey, yes. Some of these states have stricter truancy laws. In Texas, they have lots of laws talking about this. Alaska, but they don't have off-campus. California, Texas is strict. Oklahoma is not less strict. All the 50 states need to be, some of the states need to be stricter, a lot stricter, and not just say, well, stuff happens. Yes, stuff happens when you're being picked on because you're being called fat, ugly, slut, bag, bitch, whatever. And I gotta say, I take this bullying business very seriously. Which is why on Monday, we're gonna look at more examples of bullying from Matt TV. 2 from 4 years ago. Also, Bully Backlash, a Dr. Phil show from back in 2012. It was called the Kill Katie Club. You're gonna hear from a mother and Katie. Now, Katie says that she was being harassed online. And it's an exclusive video you won't miss. The victim's parents and the bully's parents are speaking out. Spoke out for the very first time on Dr. Phil. Also, Tamika Rashawn is a bully. She also bullied back her Matt's son from Glee. We're also going to hear from a mother on the same mother who says, who Dr. Phil says she is a bully. Bully the Dr. Phil staff, this and that. So, yeah. He's also going to tell us some advice how to deal with the bully. So, that's something to look forward to. On Monday. But with that, good wrap up on. That's all this edition of Give Me a Break Saturday night going to Sunday. We will see you again for Give Me a Break Monday, for the start of the bullying month. And for all the straight Give Me a Break on YouTube, stop bullying, speak up. Good night, everyone.